again, apologies for the delay. Unfortunately, this morning we had one of our backroom staff test positive on the lateral flow. So then we had to test all the players, test the rest of the staff and do PCR tests. But training was then able to proceed as normal. And at this stage we're cautiously optimistic everything will proceed as normal. We're delighted to name a strong squad of 23, 13 players from the 2019 World Cup squad and another 10 young players coming in, most of who got 10 caps or less. So it's a good balance between experience and the best young talent coming through. So we've spent 2 weeks putting them together as a team with some new coaching staff, and we're delighted with the progress. We're looking forward to playing in front of 82,000 people at Twickenham. It should be a rip-roaring affair. Tonga's going to bring their most physical side. If you look at their two starting props, Fishaloe, I apologise if the pronunciation's not right, and Tamafuna, are both of the two most outstanding scrummaging props in the top 14. So we know it's going to be a good, tough game, so we're looking forward to it. So delighted to answer your questions now, guys.
Thanks. If you'd like to ask Eddie a question, please raise your virtual hand. Who would like to go first? Duncan, we'll come to you, please. Thanks.
Hi, Eddie. When do you expect to have the results of the PCR testing back?
Well, they're in Nottingham at the moment. As quickly as Robin Hood can get them back, mate.
Okay. Can you just talk a bit about the selection at fly half? So Owen Farrell starting and Marcus Smith on the bench. What was the thinking there?
Well, as I alluded to early in the week, Marcus hasn't been able to train. So he just did some light training today, and we anticipate he's going to be able to train fully tomorrow. So therefore we decided to start with Owen, and Marcus will finish for us.
Okay, you've got a few younger players in the back line, Radwan as well, and Freddie Stewart. But how much is it fair for England fans to expect from them on Saturday?
Well, it's what they expect from themselves. It's a really important thing. Yeah, we want trademark games out of them to play with a lot of effort, a lot of control. And then if they get the opportunity to bring their special talents to the game. Both have come through a summer series, been back to their clubs, played well, and come into the more senior squad and continue to impress, mate.
Okay, thanks, Eddie.
Thanks, Duncan.
Thanks, Duncan. Mitch, we'll come to you, please.
Hi, Eddie. You mentioned a whole bunch of new players and new coaching staff. You've been together for a couple of weeks. How much does it feel like this is a kind of a new beginning for you, if you like, or a new start with all those changes?
Yeah, well, mate, it's 2 years to the World Cup. It was the right timing. We'd done well as a team, but we felt to win the next World Cup we needed to change a few things, one of which was selection and secondly in terms of coaching. So it's been a really positive 2 weeks. We're not going to be the perfect finish on Saturday, but we're going to play with a lot of intensity, a lot of physicality, and we want to keep those 82,000 fans at Twickenham glued to the edge of the seat so they don't want to do Mexican waves.
And as far as style goes, the conversations we've had in previous months and years, and you've said style is winning rugby. We've got some exciting young players there. In terms of how you approach the game, can we expect something obviously different, or is it going to be a real gradual change?
Well, I think we want to be more aggressive with the ball. That's what we've worked out we need to do. That's where the game's at the moment. The speed of the ruck's gone from 3 seconds to 2.79, which is about a 10% increase in speed. So there's opportunities to be more aggressive with the ball, and we want to be more aggressive with the ball. That's what we're looking for, mate.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mitch. Liam, we'll come to you next. Thanks.
Eddie, how are you? Just with regards to your back three there, you've paired Johnny May alongside Adam Radwan and Freddie Stewart. I'm just wondering what experience you'll be looking for from Johnny May to help the two youngsters through the game on Saturday. Yeah,
well, Johnny May, is a very experienced player, understands the game well, is a consumption professional. I don't think I've ever coached a player that's more professional than Johnny. So his ability to read the game, communicate what's important to Freddie and Adam's going to be really important for us.
Okay, and it's been quite a while since Manu Tuilagi has been enlisted in an England team sheet. Can you describe the Manu that we're going to see on Saturday? How different is he from the version we had in March 2020?
Well, we don't know that, mate. But certainly all his preparation's been first class. He's in great physical condition. Sale have done an outstanding job with them, and we'd really like to thank Alex Sanderson and their staff for what they've done to Manu. It's like he's going to win his first cap on Saturday at the moment. So, we're all excited about what we're going to see from him.
Okay, finally for me, there's just 6 players remaining from the starting XP that started in Dublin 8 months ago. How relieved are you to finally get a kind of a new England mix of the old, mix of the new on the pitch here? And just with regard to World Cup 2023, just bringing things forward from the Six Nations, which is kind of the sign-off point for the main England squad, so to speak. Yeah,
well, I'm not relieved. Selection's a process, and you move from one World Cup to the other, and you have ideas about how you continually renovate the squad. And we've been putting those ideas into place. So there was a time where the previous World Cup team was possibly going to age a little bit and be too old to go to the next World Cup. So post the lines was the ideal opportunity to do that. So we've done that. And we've got a good mix for this game. 13 guys from the previous World Cup and 10 new guys. So we feel like that's a team that can grow and develop and be the World Cup champions. And that's our ultimate aim. But the main thing on Saturday is to beat a tough Tongan team that's going to be out there to do their absolute best, do their country proud. What a rugby country, mate. 100,000 people, and they produce per capita more fantastic rugby players than any other country in the world. So, we want to make sure it's a great occasion for them and a great occasion for the fans, and it's part of the evolution of the England team going forward.
Okay, thank you, Eddie.
Thanks, Liam, and we'll finish off with Nick Mullins. Thanks.
Hello, Eddie. I just wondered what excites you about Tom Curry at number 8?
Well, a lot of things, mate. That firstly, defensively, he's probably one of the best defensive back rows in the world. His one-on-one tackling, his ability to get his head over the ball. And then since he first came into the squad in 2017, where he came in mainly as a defensive player, he's evolved his game to include some running skills and some passing skills and some linkage skills, more importantly. So with the back row we've got initially with Courtney, a pretty strong ball runner and Underhill strong over the ball. It'll give Tom a chance to mix his game between running and linking and his defensive work. And he's got the ability to do that. There's 2 players in the world that are similar at the moment in that aspect, and it's him and Adi Savia, that are both natural 7s but have got the capacity to be outstanding 8s because they have the ability to carry the ball, to link, and still do the defensive work. So, we're very excited about seeing Tom play at 8. We played him there, I think, in 2019 against France. This will be another opportunity for him to take another step forward.
Could you just talk about Freddie Stewart as well at fullback? Is he the biggest fullback you've ever picked? Are fullbacks getting bigger generally, do you think? I
think they're like goalkeepers, mate. You don't see too many 6-foot goalkeepers, do you? Well, the thing is, you don't get in the academy now if you're not 6 foot for a goalkeeper. And fullbacks are the same, they've got to own the air. So you've either got to have exceptional vertical jump, or being tall with good vertical jump gives you an advantage. And he's a similar sort of player to Mike Brown, but a much taller version, courageous in the air, good work rate around the field, and goodness me, if he can be as good as Mike Brown, he's going to be a good player.